Welcome to Email and Beyond, the podcast bringing you all the latest email marketing and other complementary marketing channel tips, tricks, industry chat, brand insights, and more every 2 weeks. Join me, Kate Barrett, founder and CEO of eFocus Marketing, and Richard Wall, marketing campaign manager at Spotler, as we talk you through the good, the bad, and the ugly of marketing and how you can create a more intelligent strategy that gets results. Welcome to another episode of Email and Beyond. Now, today's a little bit of a different episode. It's going to be a little bit like therapy for us, Rich. We're going into an email therapy session today. Yeah, breathe. We are talking about email marketing, Room 101, and the things in the industry that drive us crazy and that we would love to get rid of, and why. So, Rich, let's just jump in. What is your number one bugbear when it comes to either B2B email marketing, B2C email marketing? What is the one thing that people say or you've seen teams do that you just want to scream and tear your hair out?
I think this one's universal. I feel like it is.
Yep.
Just send another email.
Oh, we've all heard
deep
that
breath,
one.
Deep breath.
Years of being told to just send another email for brands coming up here.
So many, and it's like we spend so long developing the time frames, the content strategies that support it. There's so much that goes to the point that Spotler's marketing team that it's actually organised into strategy, demand generation, and content, because you need enough. When we say, we we're going to launch a new branded product, a new acquisition, a new link up, a new partnership, whatever it is, you just go, hey, we're working with these people now. You want some podcasts, you want some video content, you want some interviews, some snippets, some visuals. You want a demo of what the product looks like.
It's got to be planned, though. It's got to be thought through. There's got to be a purpose and a meaning behind that content, right?
Absolutely, yeah. There has to be a whole and we've talked about this already, and several things. What are we actually trying to achieve? Are we on day one of launch of a free product where we say the goal is to get as many people playing with this as possible? Are we building anticipation? So it's coming in 2 months, 3 months, 6 months. Yeah. Are we sunsetting a particular part of the product, introducing a new one? So actually it's a conversion thing that we're targeting existing people who might be super comfortable and really embedded in using this particular software in a particular way, and they're going to have to learn a new thing. So not just the amount of content, but the tone of the content. If you send a message saying, by the way, we're switching this off and moving over, sorry. In this hundred, they say, look, we're introducing a new platform to host your webinars on. This is why we're doing it. This is why it's better. This is how we're going to help you. It's that, here you go, this is changing. It's not bad. It's going to be good for you. And what's the benefit for them? Because the just send an email people, without picking on any departments in particular, though I have got one in mind, they want something now. But it's
reactive, right?
Yes.
It's not proactive, it's reactive in that sense, which we know is never a good way to run your marketing strategy. I mean, everyone needs some reactive. You need those emergency comms that are there for things that happen, absolutely. But when someone comes and says, just send another email, it's usually to do with kind of sales targets, right? We've got this product that we need to shift. Someone send out an email about it now, or we've got this event we need to fill. Oh crap, we forgot. Quick, we need to do this. But the just send another email. So I've seen this in a couple of instances. I had it many years ago. I was working directly for a brand before I started eFocus Marketing. And I think it must have been 5 o'clock on a Friday night. And the CEO walks into the room. There's 2 of us sitting in the office as marketers. And the CEO says, I need this email sending out today. This is just from a paper brief. I mean, anyone who's built an email before knows you need at least a few hours to put it together, do your pre-send testing, exactly, get it set up, make sure you've got the right list to send it to, do your optimizations on it. So I think, just send another email isn't fair on marketing teams. It puts a lot of unnecessary pressure on them. I think the other side of it, and what I've seen, and I was literally speaking to somebody earlier on in the week that was saying their business was doing this, was every email they send out, they automatically just send another email afterwards. Now they're doing it to the non-openers, so I guess you've got a little bit of a slightly better. But every single time, and I think this brand in particular, they're not changing their subject lines or anything else with it. So it is literally exactly the same thing going out. So I think you've got send another email, not fair on marketing teams, not fair on your content calendar, because it needs to be planned. That cohesion in the messages, like you were saying, what's the purpose of the message? Why are you sending it? What's the cohesion with what else they've received from you is so important, but also the impact on the customers, just send another email. Well, we know that email, if it's not relevant to that audience, if they open it and it's not relevant to them, you're then decreasing their propensity to open your next email.
Absolutely.
Because they've seen that this one isn't relevant. So just send another email. Yeah, room 101. Let's get rid of that one right now. It's not good for many reasons.
One more. I don't know if it's a separate one or linked in.
Okay.
But especially if you're sending the exact same email to the exact same people because they haven't opened it. What about your deliverability?
Absolutely. It's an issue. And do you know what? Okay, so I'm going to extend that one.
Okay.
I'm going to extend that one on deliverability because there are so many aspects of deliverability that I think, a lot of us think, oh, it's hidden dark art. There's a silver bullet that is going to fix my deliverability. Well, that one, first off, that there is a silver bullet that's going to fix my deliverability. That one needs to go into room 101 because that is all about, you've got to get your technical settings right. But once they're right, it's about your strategy. Right message, right person, right time. You will hear me say this through so many different podcast episodes that we've recorded. But that's what deliverability is. It's the strategy of deliverability, data quality, who you're sending to. So, let's put that in room 101 straight away. But the other side of deliverability is, and Rich, you work for a SaaS software provider, an email sending platform, and I've worked for them in the past as well. How many times have you and your team heard, it's your platform, you need to get us good deliverability? You heard that quite a lot?
Just a few times, to the point where we actually have a deliverability manager on the team just to, we can give pointers, but the whole point, if you're using the kind of domains and same audiences over and over again, it's part of it, but it's not the whole problem. No, and the ESP, your sending platform, is only actually responsible for that much of your deliverability. Making sure that you've had that conversation about the technical settings and that you've got the right connection in place with your DKIM records, your SPF records, all of those kind of elements. You're obviously looking after, in the background, those kind of connection and throughput settings or, connecting with those other channels. But deliverability is not down to the ESP. And I'm not saying that just because you guys are a sending platform. Promise you I'm not. From an agency side, from a consulting side of things, absolutely not. That maybe makes up 5% of what comes into deliverability and inbox placement and getting your emails to your audience. As I mentioned, it's all about strategy. It's your list quality. How are you collecting that list? What are you sending to them? When are you sending to them? And connecting in with our last room 101 point about just send another email, that doesn't help you get good deliverability because, again, if that message is irrelevant, you're just going to miss the mark, and then people are going to then skim over your future emails, decreases your positive engagement, gets you into a whole world of deliverability pain. We'll talk about that on another episode, but definitely, let's put that your ESP is in control of your deliverability. No, you are. Right, do you want to go next? Do you want to put another one into room 101?
Oh, go on. I'm going to put my biggest one.
Okay.
Biggest
ready?
one.
We're ready.
Every time I speak to somebody, and do you know what? I'm not having a go at anybody who says this or anything. For me, it's a personal bugbear. When emails are called, I'm going to give you two terms here. When emails are called newsletters as a blanket approach, or even worse, eblasts.
Oh.
Oh, no, we're going back to like early 1990s here, right? Get the Care Bears out as well. But it's that terminology, because for me, it's, well, you shouldn't be blasting anything. It should be thought through, considered, understand who you're targeting. But if we think about like the term newsletter, a newsletter is one type of email, particularly used in a B2B sense. We wouldn't use it so much in a B2C sense. There are some times when it comes in, but it is an informational email that brings together a roundup, a summary of different elements. So directing them to, let's say, the 3 blog posts that you've put live this month, or to a download that you've got, but this is all in one email. So the theme of the email is that roundup, that summary, but you've got the different elements in it. Whereas we've also got sales emails, we've got event invite emails, we've got product launch emails, we've got nurture series that are about educating, inspiring, informing our audience. None of those are newsletters. It's just the different types. And I think by blanket calling everything in email a newsletter or an e-blast, we are underselling the value and the breadth of ability that email has within your strategy. Would you agree with that?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, our core strategy for a long time has been newsletters are a once a month thing, and they are very broad. So they're not quite in the brand building section, I don't think. But the way it would be, like these are 2 webinars we did, a white paper we published, and our 3 most recent blogs. And the goal of a newsletter is, to round up, but it's also to attract them to our website by giving them options. Because I know there was a thing where you need one call to action to keep people focused. Sure, if you're selling, if you're trying to convert onto a webinar, if it's a